Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Holding History. Today, I'm going to feature something that I hope will be interesting to just about everyone in this community, the people who would view this video, the stackers and the collectors and the numismatists, and anyone who would take a look at this should find this at least mildly interesting. What you see before you is a stack of airtights that contain my 28 coin complete date or year set of Morgan silver dollars from 1878 to 1904 and then the 1921. So this is one coin from each year that they were struck. Of course, the complete set would include mint marks and even varieties. For the average collector or even the above average collector, that set is unattainable because it would include the 1895 Philadelphia, which was only struck in proof, as well as quite a number of other rare and expensive issues, the Carson City issues, some other key dates in there. So this is just one coin from each year, which is something that I set out a long time ago to do, and I was able to accomplish it. So for you stackers out there who really don't care about numismatic value, what you see before you is 21.5, give or take a little bit, ounces of silver. And again, this is a set of 28 Morgan silver dollars, and we will show you those one by one here. Some of them are going to be problem-free BU. Some of them are going to be cleaned, and a few of them are going to be low grade because if you're putting together a set, there are some years that any coin from any of the mints who struck coins that year would be rare. So some of these are lower grade. And again, I've said it before, I'm a type collector. That's what I'm interested in, but this is the only series that I ever desired to try and complete any kind of set of, just because, you know, it's the most iconic coin, perhaps, that the United States ever produced. So we'll go through these one by one, starting here in just a moment. Alright, let's get started. This, of course, will be the first year, 1878. Not uncirculated in this case, but this one I actually carried in my wallet as a pocket piece for quite a number of years. It started out as a BU, but I put a little wear on there. I know it's not something I feel really good about, but I was much younger. And so this one, you know, some of the luster is still there, but it's got some condition issues at this point. And there you go, 1878, first year. 1879, this one has been cleaned, but it is a shame because the feels on this one, there's almost no chatter marks on this one. There's just a weird haze, especially that's visible on the obverse. But just, I don't know what this coin would have graded out at if it had not been for that cleaning that was done. So kind of a heartbreaker here, but again, that's the only reason why I was able to afford it, because of the condition issues. So this is your 1879. 1880, had this coin for quite a while. Some interesting toning on this one. A lot of luster. You get that cartwheel luster still on this one. This one is, I believe, an 1880S mint mark. And a lot of toning on the back here. Kind of tobacco colored toning here. So this is a nice example of an 1880. 1881, this one is uncirculated, it would appear to my eye. Probably an MS63 range in there. And this, of course, is a very common date. You'll see lots of 1881s that would grade very high, MS67, even some 68s. So this is just a nice example of an 81. 1882, this one stands in need of some improvement. This was an eBay purchase, and actually it does photograph, even on my camera, fairly well, but it appeared almost uncirculated or fully uncirculated on the eBay purchase 6 or 7 years ago when I picked this one up. But when I got here, very obviously even lower AU grade, a lot of wear over the years. So this one's, it appears a lot better on camera. This one's very photogenic. So that's the 1882. 1883, this one, the camera's probably not going to pick up on it very well, but you've got a little bit of mirror proof-like going on here. You see some reflectivity in the back there. This one has some pretty nice mirrors, the most proof-like one of any one that I have in this set. And that's, again, very common for this year. This is an 1883. I believe it is an old mint, so this is a New Orleans coin. Yeah, that's a pretty good shot of it. See the frosty eagle and those mirrored fields. So got that mostly on the reverse. 1884. This is just an uncirculated one, or very near uncirculated, that I've had for over 20 years. Some of these were part of an early attempt of mine to put together a Morgan set, but those empty holes in those two Dansko albums, I got tired of those staring back at me, so I decided to try and set a different goal that could be accomplished. So that's where the idea for putting together this year set came from. There's the 1884. 1885. Again, had this one for quite a while. This is probably a high AU. A lot of luster left on it. Very nice coin. It could go for MS63. Or maybe even 64 if we find out that there's not enough wear on there to qualify for that. So 1885, 1886, a decent example. A lot of mint luster left. 1886 Philadelphia. 1887, luster left on that one. Also Philadelphia. 1888. This was part of a run that I've had for quite a while. The 84 through 88 pretty much are intact from a set that I put together as a kid, really. These were a lot more affordable then, as I'm sure many of you would know. 1889. A little bit of toning on the bottom of this reverse. I'll see if I can pick up on that. Little rainbow happening right around the bottom, but nothing to write home about. So there's the 1889. 1890. Probably a 62, 63 on this one. Nice stain going on the back of that one. It's kind of cool. You tell me. I don't know if that is a detracting stain, or who knows, people may be into that sort of thing. I don't know. There's somebody that collects everything. Very proud of this one. This is an 1891. These, at least a few years ago, anything over 62 or 63 were kind of, on PCGS price guide anyway, we're going for wild sums of money, well up into the hundreds. So this is a conditional rarity. I don't know if mine would go over 63, but it's a possibility. So, a nice coin. Now, we get into that difficult period in collecting Morgan dollars where condition is really hard to afford. Anything above, say, something like this. This is the 1892 S, and this one, as you can tell, not the same condition as the earlier ones that I presented to you, but it's it's a tougher date, and I had to have one for 1892 for the set, so there you go. And even in worse condition, 1893. For any of the collectors out there, this is a tough year. Several $100s for better examples than this. So this is an affordable one that I've had for a long time, so it's a hole filler. Why not? And here's the 1894. It's cleaned. It's probably very fine at best. Nothing special about that except that it is an 1894. And then I do have an 1895, just for the purposes of this set. As you can see, not very pretty. This would be the 1895 O. The O and the S, both of them fetch nice premiums, just because if you're putting together a year set or even a complete set, you've got to have one. So there's the 1895, lowest mintage of any regular issue for the Morgan dollars. 1896, some luster left on this one. 1897. It's a rather nice coin. little bit of rim toning up there. Got some cartwheel luster on that one. 1898, this one looks like it's probably cleaned. I like cleaning on there. I've had this one for a good number of years, so I purchased long before I knew much of anything about cleaning or any of those types of things that are important with the value of these. 1899, just a cool year. I've had this one for a long time. A lot of luster on that one. 1900, turn of the century. Just high AU, low BU on that one. 1901. It's a very nice coin. Now this is an example in the later years of the striking of these Morgan dollars. I don't know, the work ethic or something happened at the mint, and this is what would be known as a flat struck Morgan dollar. It would appear that there's a lot of wear. I'll show you a close-up. It would appear that there's a lot of wear over the ear, but this is actually a BU coin, and it was just struck with a very low relief. So even though it appears that they're the same thing with the feathers on the eagle here, it looks like it could be worn away, but what actually happened is it just was a very poor strike. And it's very common for these later issues. In 1902, of course, was only 2 years before they quit striking these altogether, for a number of years anyway. 1903, this is a tougher one to acquire. This one is cleaned. You can see the haze around the features and the details. It's a hallmark of knowing that you have a cleaned coin. Again, looked a lot better on eBay. So there's the 1903, the last of the regular strikes, and this one I'm very proud of. This is a good full strike on a last year 1904 coin here. Full hair over the ears, full feathers. So I don't know, it's like they brought some of the older mint employees back for the last year just to go ahead and kick out some good quality product here. So that's my 1904 O. And then, not a fan of the 21s, but it is part of the set. If you take a look at this and then look at the previous ones, even in this video, you can tell just, I don't know, just some differences in the striking, differences in the design. I don't know why. I've always thought that these kind of look like Jeff Daniels. I don't know. Her facial features are just changed. So that's just me. Even the eagle, they reverted back to the original reverse of 1878 style eagle, and it just doesn't look right to me. I don't really like these. But anyway, they made them en masse, melted a lot down, and a lot of them got saved. So these are usually the cheapest Morgan dollars that you can buy, and for good reason. So there is the end of the set. I hope you enjoyed watching, and please rate, comment, subscribe, all the things I'm supposed to say here. And again, I appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot.